So if you watched my last video, then this is kind of picking up on the next day. The lighthouse was there at the harbor where we were at um, Eagle River. That was the river going out into Lake Superior. This picture here is of Lake Superior where the river comes out. This was a little bridge that was right within walking distance and went to the lighthouse. The river's right below it, and there's a photo from the bridge looking out, looking towards Lake Superior. There's some random photo of me that Lisa took. And here's some scenic views of that day. We didn't get up till like 10:30, 11 o'clock that next morning after doing the iron butt. So we were pretty tired, but we finally did get up and around. Here's a photo from Copper Harbor. And here's a map of the general area that we were in, known as the Tail of the Dog. And this is a scenic overlook. Here's some pretty little flower that Lisa found. And here's a waterfall that we came across. We have a couple of photos of it. It was a pretty popular attraction just right off the road. And it was called Jacob's Falls. Some random photo of our boots, as obviously we were not wearing them. And here's the sunset for that day. We didn't do a whole lot that day. Just kind of relaxed, took it easy, went down to Copper Harbor, found something to eat, and took a few random photos here and there. And then
not open yet.
We got on the road the next morning. These 2 days that we just had.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of coffee shops, but not a Starbucks.
These 2 days that we just had were absolutely gorgeous as far as the weather goes.
Drink water. I mean, I went to Starbucks in a couple hours.
Yeah.
But I need to drink water today.
That's fine.
Lisa was concerned about finding a Starbucks that morning. And we're in the town of Houghton. And if you saw our last video, you saw us go across this bridge. And now we're going across it back the other direction. So my GoPro Session 5 was actually recording correctly with audio during this part.
Went down one too many.
You went down on one too many.
Yeah, my ear. I shifted one too many.
Oh.
I was making a slight joke. She downshifted her motorcycle one gear too many.
Well, this is the college. I just can't see which one it is.
So that is the Michigan Technical College in Houghton.
There's a bump ahead.
Okay.
probably about 60 degrees out. It is just a gorgeous day.
Yeah, because 41 crossed to the north side of the peninsula.
Yeah.
To the east side.
And the reason why is because we're doing the oh, that was a bump.
Ooh.
The river or the lake road.
So we're looking at Lake Superior there again. We rode along Lake Superior for quite a long time. And here's some more of Lake Superior. This was probably some of my better footage. This is on Highway 41 as we were leaving the area known as the Tail of the Dog. Lisa and I were headed to an area called Pictured Rocks. We wanted to go check that area out. It seemed pretty cool. I knew we weren't going to have a whole lot of time to spend there, but we still wanted to go and at least kind of see what it was about. So we got there. We found out that the boat that takes you out to the Pictured Rocks is a 3-hour cruise, and we were still trying to get to Petoskey, Michigan, which is in the northern part of the main portion of Michigan. It's not in the Upper Peninsula. It's south of there in the main body of Michigan. So we did not have time for a 3-hour boat ride to go see the Pictured Rocks, which was unfortunate. I've looked them up on Google and they look absolutely amazing, and would have loved to have been able to have done that, but we would have needed a whole nother day just so that we could have gone and done that, and then we would have probably stayed there in Munising, stayed the night there, would be my guess. This is the only way that we could have made that work, which that would have been cool if we would have had one more day to do that. So I was switching back and forth between footage on my GoPro and footage on Lisa's GoPro. I think there's even one section where you see the same motorcycle go by on my GoPro, and then you see it again on her GoPro. The weather in Michigan in the summertime is awesome. I love it up there in the summertime. can't stand it in the winter. We lived there when I was a kid. Man, I got so sick of the snow. Too much snow. And there's Lisa on her 2018 Road King Special. Almost every road up here is scenic. There's no roads that are not scenic. So this is just the first half of our trip this day. On day 3 would have been, on day 1 we did the Iron Bud. On day 2 we just messed around in the Copper Harbor, Eagle River area, and then on day 3 we rode from Eagle River to Petoskey. And this is the town of Munising, where the cruises for Pictured Rocks are. And look, there's a Harley shop. It's just a t-shirt shop, nothing too spectacular. Again, we didn't have a whole lot of time, so we didn't stop. Just up ahead is the cruises for the Pictured Rocks. So that's where we were headed. So I had no idea where I was going, and we got down in here and got down by the dock and ended up having to make a U-turn. Lisa loves it when I make U-turns. Not really. So we decided to stay here, and we started looking for a place to park, and the only thing we found was this sandy, hard-packed sand parking lot, and I was able to back into a spot, and then there's Lisa looking at me like, why in the hell did you park here? So I decided to be nice. Since these big old bikes don't have reverse, sometimes it helps to have somebody come give you a hand, give you a little power assist. And there's a picture of the harbor. And a picture of the boat that we didn't take. Some beautiful blue water. And there's us at the dock. And there's the basic route that we had taken to get this far.